Yo, I think that's Rashee Rice. Welcome to Too Much Best Ball. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Too Much Best Ball, brought to you by the Fantasy Football Advice Network, sponsored by Underdog, and I am your host, Brian, bringing you all of the fun of the movements in the market on your best ball ADPs. Let's get rolling into the show. Now, ever since the NFL draft, we're seeing guys skyrocketing up the board. And of course, when that happens, we've got to see them drop too. So today we're going to take a peek at which ones are going up, which ones are going down, and where can we take advantage on these tournaments. Wait, Brian, what tournaments? Well, we have 3 brand new tournaments dropping today on top of the Best Ball Mania 5 draft. We've got the $4 Chihuahua, the $5 Puppy, and of course, the $10 Golden. All 3, just so many drafts you can jump in. And if you're a first-time player, you haven't made the plunge, use our code FFAdvice, and you can match up to $100 for all you first-time players. So without further ado, let's move to the movements in the market, because I'm ready to talk some best ball. All right, so we've got a lot of guys to talk about. Let's talk about the ones that are losing value in ADP, if you will. The ones that are shooting up draft boards. And the first one, the big one we've got to talk about here, of course, is Ezekiel Elliott. This monster is, we talked about him prior to the draft. He wasn't on a team. The Cowboys were expected to take a running back, and all of a sudden Zeke is there with hardly any competition. Rico Dowdle and Royce Freeman. So going at RB41 right now, you have to be banking on a lot of work from this guy because he's inefficient. He's getting older. It's just not going to work. This offense, he does know it. Maybe we can see some connections with him and Dak in the passing games that can, really hold up his value. But he's moving, and I don't think he's done. I think he's going to continue to move up draft boards. Ben Sinnott, the rookie tight end, went to the Commanders in the 2nd round. Now, he doesn't have a whole lot of competition there. Cole Turner, I was kind of thinking he was going to leap in the 3rd year, and they brought Zach Ertz out of the retirement home. Cliff Kingsbury does have a love for that guy, I guess. But at tight end 22, I just don't know if I see the value. Rookie tight ends just do not get the work in their first year. It's something we see time and time again. Now, Sam Laporta, it happens. Just like rookie quarterbacks can't always host up wide receivers. We saw it with CJ Stroud. But I'm not betting on Ben Sinnott being the outlier. Usually the value is not there with rookie tight ends. I'm passing because I'm sure we're only going to move up. Vidal, the rookie 6th round running back. Remember, folks, 6th round running backs is jumping up boards 53 spots. Whether you believe in J.K. Dobbins or not, Gus Edwards is still there. He is going to be the guy by the goal line. Unless there's an injury. Now, I get you're playing that role in there, but running back 55, and he's moving and moving fast. He's already at 182 in ADP. So these are guys we need to pull back just a little bit. Let everybody else take them because that value will be there. And if not, we're glad we didn't take him because we got the value elsewhere. Another commander, Luke McCaffrey's moved up 49 spots. Looking to plug in as the wide receiver 3. I know there's some Dotson believers out there, but coming into year 3, not a great year 2 after a 7-touchdown year 1 season. Is he going to be there or not? I just don't know if we can rely on Luke McCaffrey enough in this offense. Isaac Guerrero is another late-round running back that we're seeing move out the boards. Now, he does seem to be the heir apparent to CMC if he goes down. There is still Elijah Mitchell there. I don't think he would get the full workload, but everybody loves the lottery ticket. The Kyle Shanahan running backs, it doesn't matter who it is. So draft capital be damned, right? I guess. As running back 62, there's not a whole lot of risk built in. So depending on how your lineup is and how you're building it, I don't think it's a bad shot. Tyrone Tracy starting to move up as well. Looks like he will be fighting for that 2nd running back spot behind Devin Singletary. Now, Singletary did play good last year, so I don't necessarily think Tracy's going to come in there and just outright take the position, but there's always injuries. There's always situations that happen. Coming in at wide receiver 64, another roll of the dice. And the last guy I want to talk about on the risers is Xavier Worthy. This dude is probably going to be the cheapest you're going to get him the rest of the year. Wide receiver 37 right now, and I think he just went to wide receiver 36. Yep, moved up to 35. This guy's moving and moving fast. Rashee Rice now facing his 2nd altercation this offseason. It's not looking good for him to play the full season. There's people speculating he might be out of the league. We're not going to be dramatic here, folks. It's the NFL. They can get away with almost anything. I'm just saying Worthy's only going to continue to move up. As casuals come back, they're going to fall in love once they hear about what Worthy did in the Combine. Matching that with Patrick Mahomes, I just don't see you getting that Chiefs stack much cheaper than you are right now. So the next set of guys, I've got it in red. Moving down. This does not sound good. Are you kidding? These are the guys we want to go after. This is called value here, folks. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for the guys that are moving down boards because people are turned off for whatever reason, because that's where that true value is created. Let's check them out first. Well, Michael Mayer, bad example. I don't see, even with an injury to Brock Bowers, even with Bowers being a rookie, I don't see Michael Mayer being able to hold consistent value. Now, if you're grabbing him as your third tight end really late, you've got some sort of maybe Raiders stack, okay, but he's dropping 40 spots and for a reason. He got replaced. Next guy, Braylon Allen. Oh my gosh, we're seeing a tumble. There was so much hype because of his size, because of his age. I loved him. I will say I drafted way too much of him this pre-draft process. But with him falling behind Breece Hall, with them drafting Isaiah Davis, another running back, it looks murky. So unless you're doing a jet stack and grabbing him as that security blanket to Breece Hall, the values, it's not looking good for Braylon Allen. Chuba Hubbard is now at running back 45. With them taking Jonathan Brooks in the second round, they said this is our guy of the future. Now, at the same time, with them saying that statement, there's no reason that they should rush him onto the field. He's coming off the ACL. He is going to be the guy next year. He's the only one that they have under contract because they will be cutting Sanders if they don't trade him. Let's be honest here. I don't think that Chuba Hubbard, it's unrealistic to see him have a great first 3, 5, maybe 6, 7 games just until they really cut Brooks loose. And that's if they even do this year. There's a possibility they really keep the training wheels on him. Now, I don't see that happening. He's just too talented, and I think this team's going to be desperate, looking for a spark, especially midseason. But all in all, Chuba Hubbard will still have value, especially as he falls in this draft. Drake May. Let's talk about the new face of the Patriots. We thought it was Mac Jones. Did we? I don't know. I don't think we did. Drake May is coming in there. This kid has a rushing floor. Not a big one. Only a couple points a game, but he has the ability to get outside of the pocket and move a little bit. So I don't think we should completely throw this guy out. At quarterback 23, I think we're going to continue to see him to tumble a little bit. People aren't really big on his weapons. He doesn't have a lot of great ones. They took 2 wide receivers in this draft, the Patriots did, including Jalen Polk right at the beginning of the second round. They're trying to put talent around this kid. They have running back pass catchers. They've got a tight end in Hunter Henry who has shown athletic ability. So I'm not writing off May completely. Was not into him at the beginning of this process, going into the draft, banking on this landing spot, and I didn't like it on draft night. But as we go along and as we see this price tumble, I think he's going to come out to a great value this year. I'm really looking optimistic into it. And the last few guys I want to talk about, it's a Denver trio. Jalen McLaughlin, the running back for Denver, Troy Franklin, the 4th round rookie pick, and then Marvin Mims, last year's rookie, going into his second year this year. We're seeing all these guys fall. Mims is at wide receiver 73, Troy Franklin at 63, and then Jalen McLaughlin at 53, running back, of course. All of these guys are part of this regime. They were all drafted by Sean Payton. So writing any of them off right off the bat, I just think is a mistake. And with this value, how far they're suppressed, I think there's opportunity here. Bo Nix, so that's the crazy thing. Maybe it was a thought that they were going to get a better quarterback than Bo Nix. Bo Nix was probably the last on the list out of the 6, but they seem to have got their guy, the one that they want. And we're still seeing value tumble for him. So I just think that there's going to be opportunity for this offense. They lost pieces on defense. So if this defense is worse, maybe that forces the offense on the field more. And if they can just get a few third downs converted, just a handful, I think there might be enough offense where we see a couple guys fantasy relevant out of this team. All right, folks, time to get out of here. Let's wrap it up real quick. That is going to be the movements in the market. Again, I am Brian. You can find me on Twitter at @toomuch_Brian. You can find me all over the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Because you have hit subscribe, like, and the bell, you know all of this already. And again, first-time players, FF Advice is the promo code to use. Hop on in there. Let's get some best ball drafts going. Don't miss me tonight with the Operation Domination guys. We'll be doing a live best ball draft, so make sure you hop in there. And of course, we will be having our weekly Friday night best ball draft. I'll see you next time, folks.